Hello, I'm Sandy Potter.
I'm Michael L., and welcome to Ageless Living. We're happy to join you once again from our home studios as we continue to stay home and stay safe.
And we certainly hope this finds you doing well. Over the last 8 months, you've watched us utilize Zoom technology to film this show. Like so many of you, we've had to find new ways to communicate and engage.
That's right, and during the holiday season, many families are turning to virtual celebrations to stay connected while being apart. But navigating the ins and outs of the virtual world can be a learning curve for many seniors.
True, until now. This week I sat down with Nick Kobation, a local teenager who has created TechSavvySeniors.org, a website designed to help seniors master technology. Let's take a look at our virtual discussion. Hi, Nick, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm very excited to speak with you today about the wonderful website you've created, TechSavvySeniors.org. You and I live here in the same town in Connecticut, and I saw an article that the local paper did about everything you've been doing. I can't wait for our viewers to hear all about it. So let's just start at the beginning. Tell us about your website and what inspired you to create it.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. So getting right at it, I started the website when I was in 7th grade because I worked at the local Madison Senior Center doing team tech support. And this was before COVID hit, so it was all in person. And seniors would come into the senior center with questions they had about tech, and the seniors who volunteered there, we would help them. We would try and help them work through their problems. And while working there, I realized that easily accessible information on digital literacy for seniors could be beneficial. So this led me to creating the website TechSavvySeniors.org that is up right now, back in 7th grade. So this has been going on for a while, with information ranging on all topics of technology. It was completely free to use, and it still is completely free to use. And in the spring, when COVID really picked up, my grandfather, he was homebound and had trouble connecting to the outside world. And I realized many seniors were also going through this exact same experience, being homebound and having difficulties figuring out how to use and connect with technology. And it was at this point that I revamped TechSavvySeniors.org because it wasn't really being updated as frequently beforehand. So I made a lot of edits and I updated it a lot, including a broader array of topics that addressed the particular conditions created by COVID, like social disconnection and the inability to shop. So the overall goal of the website is to provide comprehensive, easy to follow step-by-step instructions to help seniors learn how to use technology. And I also hosted a 7-part webinar series that lasted for 2 months, and that provides video tutorials for more visual learners. All 7 of the webinars are currently posted on the website right now, so people can go check them out if they want to.
You know, the amount of content you have is truly impressive and very informative. Can you tell us the range of topics and tutorials that visitors can find when they come to your site?
I'm so glad you asked. The site provides information on 7 topics, including social media, and we go over how to set up and use Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which are the 3 most popular types of social media. And Instagram isn't really used by seniors as much as Facebook and Twitter, but it's still, a lot of seniors still use Instagram. And it's a great way to post photos and receive photos of friends and family and stay connected with your community and friends and family. The next, we go over video chatting. We go over how to download and use Skype, FaceTime, and Zoom. And Zoom is actually what we're using right now. It's a very useful software for connecting with people, for work, or just to talk with friends or talk with family and just catch up and talk. Next, we go over streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube. And streaming services are kind of like cable TV, but they tend to not cost as much. And they also have a broader array of options to choose from. And you don't have to necessarily record something that you may want to watch. You can just access it whenever you want to. And the one downside is that Netflix and Hulu, they do have subscription fees, but you can actually get a 1-month free trial in the beginning to see if you like it. And YouTube, there is no subscription fee whatsoever. So you can go and see how you like it. And the great thing about YouTube is there's a lot of information talking about all different types of topics. So you can really learn a lot from YouTube, like DIYs and episodes of TV shows. It's great for entertainment and great for learning. So for example, if you wanted to learn how to build a birdhouse, you could just go on YouTube and type up how to build a birdhouse, and they'd have instructions right there for you. Video tutorials, it's a great place for information. Next up, we talk about internet safety. And this is probably one of the most important things because internet safety, we talk about how to protect your information online and also how to avoid viruses. And just like the real world, there are crooks and there are thieves on the internet trying to steal your information at every turn. But this should not deter anyone from using the internet because it is such a great resource. And there are things that you can do to prevent crooks and thieves, online crooks and thieves, from stealing your information and putting viruses on your computer. For example, if someone emailed you and you don't know their name, like if some random person emails you with a random email address, definitely don't respond or don't even open the email, just to let it be and let it sit. And there are other tips like that on the website that you can go and check out to help secure your information and secure your technology. Next up, we go over email. And email is kind of like social media in the fact that it helps you connect with people. It's basically just sending and receiving texts. And we go over how to set up Gmail, AOL, and Microsoft accounts. So there's a lot of different accounts you can set up the email accounts on. And we go over a decent amount of those. And they're all really the same in function, like sending and receiving texts. But it's good to choose which one best suits your needs. Next up, we talk about shopping, online shopping. And especially because of coronavirus, a lot of people are homebound and they can't really leave their houses in any way. It's great to just be able to order stuff online and have it shipped directly to your house. For example, like Amazon.com, you can order clothes, household appliances, even groceries, and you can have it delivered right to your doorstep without even having to like risk your health by going out into a grocery store or something and potentially catching coronavirus. So it would definitely be very helpful to try and learn how to online shop. And if you already know how to online shop, there's definitely things on the website that you may have not known before, because we go over different online shopping stores too, like Amazon.com, Target, and Walmart. Next up, we talk about senior-friendly sites. And the internet is a great place because there's a ton of information about a ton of different things. And there's a bunch of information about how to use technology for seniors, and even more than that, how to different aspects of senior living like health and healthy living. So take aarp.org, for example. It's a website on the internet that provides information to seniors regarding health, cooking, shopping discounts, travel, insurance, and other important topics like that. So it's just a great resource to just look at. And our website, we have a bunch of different resources like this. So you can go and check them out at your leisure and see if you can learn anything new that could potentially help you out. And the main format of the website, the overall format is there are different pages that provide general information and then also step-by-step instructions. So we go over like why it's important and how it's used right now. And then we also go over like more specific how to download an account or make an account or download the software and then how to use it. So that's like the basic layout of each and every page on the website. So that's the content we have on the site, and it's constantly evolving and changing depending on the interest of the people using the site. So there's new stuff on it. Every time you come, there'll be new stuff on it. And finally, we also have a Facebook site, or just Tech Savvy Seniors on Facebook. You can look it up and it'll probably pop up. That keeps people up to date on what TechSavvySeniors.org, the website, is doing. So definitely follow that if you can to stay up to date with what TechSavvySeniors.org is doing on the website. And if anything interesting pops up, you can just go and check it on the website.
Yeah, great. We definitely will be following you. And boy, you've really covered all the bases here. So much information. And we were we were talking earlier that learning these technical skills has been especially important in a year like this where families have had to find new ways to stay connected. What are you hearing about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know a lot of people feel really disconnected because everyone's home or they're trying to stay home to prevent the spread of COVID. So especially like the term social distancing, everyone's distanced and they're not really interacting with their friends or family that much. And I think Zoom plays a really helpful hand in connecting people. Even if it's online, it's still a connection and it's still like really helpful to see your friends and family, even if it's on a screen. So virtual gatherings definitely, especially for the upcoming holiday season, it's going to be super important because this is usually a time of the year where people are like getting together in person and celebrating and having a good time with their friends and family. But unfortunately, that's unlikely to happen this year because of COVID. But Zoom, I think Zoom and other virtual gathering type of softwares like FaceTime and Skype, but especially Zoom, are going to play a crucial role in connecting people, because just like we're interviewing right now, you're still able to talk with friends and you're still able to talk with family and other people, the same as you would in real life. It's just on a screen. And some actual ideas like for the upcoming holiday season that you could do with your friends or your family is maybe a virtual Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, and maybe a New Year's dinner, depending on how long COVID goes. We are unsure, but possibly. For example, each person can bring their own food and you could turn on the video camera and you can just talk and you can eat and you can basically have a normal dinner as you would in a regular get-together. Another idea is potentially a more involved activity would be like having a quiz bowl with your family and you can compete against each other, see who knows more about maybe a topic like geography. That would be fun to get together with each other. For example, this was earlier in COVID. My cousin had a birthday and my uncle and aunt, they had online bingo for all of the family, and it connected people from like the entire East Coast together, and we played bingo with each other and it was really fun. We celebrated my cousin's birthday that way. Another idea potentially is using screen share. It's like an application on Zoom where you can show photos from your phone in your computer, and you could show photos like maybe of old memories you have with family, like maybe old photos of when people were like babies to embarrass them, and you could like reminisce and talk about those memories. And then last one is beyond getting together like on Zoom or virtual gatherings, you can also order presents on Amazon.com. And by doing this, you can have them delivered directly to like your grandchildren or your children's houses without ever having to go to like the store or without even having to go to the post office. And it would be really like, it's really easy, it's really fast, and it's really efficient. So even though we're all likely going to be separated this holiday season, there are definitely still ways to connect and celebrate.
Absolutely. Perfectly said, Nick. I love all those ideas. So much fun, so many ways to stay close to one another during this season, particularly where we all long to be with our loved ones. Thank you so much for joining us today and for all that you're doing to help seniors. You are truly giving the gift of your time, your talent, and your treasure, and I know it is very much appreciated. We really enjoyed having you here today. Happy holidays to you and your family, and stay well.
Thank you very much, and everyone, please stay safe.
And now, let's take a look at what's happening around Masonicare. For 23 years, our home health and hospice team in Danielson has been making Thanksgiving baskets for their patients and their families. Recently, the WFSB Channel 3 Eyewitness News Surprise Squad stopped by with a special holiday surprise. Canned goods and $500 of Stop & Shop gift cards to help ensure the baskets are full to help those in need. What a thoughtful and generous gesture in this season of giving. Congratulations to our latest GEM Go the Extra Mile recipient, Jill, a driver in our transportation department who recently went above and beyond to ensure an Ashler Village resident had everything they needed. Particularly in these difficult times, it really is the little things. Thank you, Jill, for all you do.
Thanks so much for joining us for another virtual edition of Ageless Living.
We look forward to bringing you more stories about living well as we take this journey together.
And until next time, stay well and remember, be ageless.